Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. In the last episode, I covered about talking to everyone and learning to basically look people in the eye and carry yourself with confidence. I'll be real honest with you, when I started, I wasn't that way at all. With me having cerebral palsy, I just didn't have the self-confidence of most people, and I didn't look people in the eye. When you'd shake my hand, I wasn't somebody that was looking you in the eye, I was looking down, because that's the way I felt about myself. I always looked down on myself. But I learned to get past that. What I'd like to cover with you in this episode is some key points on how you can start to build the kind of relationships that I was talking about just from people you meet every day. One of the things I do, if I pull up to the gas pump and I'm there pumping gas and a guy pulls in and he has a trailer with lawnmowers on it and all that kind of stuff, I start talking to him about his business. Or if I'm standing in line in a grocery store, convenience store, something like that, if I see somebody that has a work-related shirt on, I'll ask them straight up, hey, do you just work there or do you own it? Depending what the shirt is. And what you learn from that situation is this. Anytime you put the conversation on them, they always want to talk to you. Very rarely do people snob me or anything like that. And I'll be honest with you, maybe some of it has to do with sympathy due to the fact that I do have cerebral palsy. People will go out of their way to talk to me first. But even if that is the case, I learned how to deal with that and I learned how to use it to my advantage. And you may be in a situation that you can do the same thing. When a lot of people see me, I'm wearing these t-shirts you see now. You can't see it on the video, but the name of my company is Millionaire Maker 360. And on the back of my shirt, it says, ask me how I can make you a millionaire. And it has my website on that shirt. When people see that, a lot of them will say, okay, I'll bite, what do you do? And that opens the door. Once the door is open, then you find out if there's somebody you want to deal with or not. So is wearing a t-shirt like that or something along those lines something that would help your business? What I want you to do is get good at being able to talk to a total stranger and let them know what you do if they're interested. And a lot of times they may not be. They just want to talk about them. But
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.